here today with Lynn St. James, the founder of the Women in the Winner's Circle Luncheon Awards. She's developed a driver program and Project Podium. Looking out today over all these successful, accomplished girls, you must be very satisfied and thrilled to see this growing.
Well, I'm proud of what they have accomplished and the fact that we've been doing this for 6 years and we continue to grow and they continue to, improve, and more of them are doing it and doing it well. So we're about educating people about that, informing them and introducing these young talented female drivers. But we're also then about training them and giving them, support. Now we've got a Project Podium scholarship grant program so that they can actually get some funding. We've had a driver development program that we've been doing since 1994 to get the training. So, you have to get it done on the racetrack, but you have to learn a lot more about what it takes to be successful, because it's a business if you're going to pursue it as a profession.
Well, I actually found out about Lynn's program through reading one of Danica Patrick's books. And when I came here in November, they had the first phase in November. I mean, seeing so many girls, 26 girls in one place, all who want to become drivers, and it was so inspiring, because back home we only have about 4 female drivers that are cars.
Really? So being here with all these drivers really kind of makes you want to go back and just put 100% into it all over again, right?
Definitely, and it's really inspiring me a lot, and it's to me it's showing that I'm making some progress toward my goal of racing in Formula 1.
I started go-karts when I was 10, and I started cars when I was 13, and then my first real series was when I was 14.
So who's your biggest influence in the racing world?
I have a lot. I mean, Lynn St. James is a huge influence. She's helped me throughout my career, and then actually my go-kart mechanic Glenn Butler, he's a huge influence, and everyone who's helped me has influenced me in one way or another, so thanks to everybody.
That's great. Now, have you gone through the driver development program?
Yes, I did in 2005, and it was so helpful. I mean,
learn a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, on track, off track, training for media exposure, for diet. I mean, it was just overall it's the really useful 3 days.
I wasn't really into racing when I was little. I was more of the dancer type girl. When I was 9, my dad finally got me in a car. I wasn't really that into it first, so kind of into racing, and then my sister and I shared a car for a year. Next year for Christmas, I got my own car, and ever since then, it's an addiction. It's in your blood, and you're hooked.
So does Dad have any boys?
Nope, just me and my sister.
So you guys are the tomboys.
Yeah, well, sort of. We're the girly racer girls.
I've been racing since I was 4 years old. My dad got me my first go-kart for my 4th Christmas, and ever since then I've been racing.
So what are you currently racing now?
I will be racing in a Legends car at Linear Speedway in Atlanta, and I aspire to be an IRL driver.
Now, what'd your mom think when you jumped into a car?
My mom was okay with it because my dad races, but actually every time she comes, a cart usually flips or something crashes, so she tries not to go all the time.
I've always loved NASCAR and I wanted to race, and my dad, before he moved to Texas, would always go up to the Oxford Speedway out there in Maine, and we went to Texas Motor Speedway, saw a flyer for a go-kart class, did the go-kart class, and loved it.
I'd like to make it into the World of Outlaw Sprint.Car Tour. I grew up around Williams Grove Speedway, and where I come from it's all dirt and all sprint cars, so I don't really know the whole NASCAR asphalt thing. I mean, Indy would be fun, but I'm looking forward to sprint cars.
Have you gone through Lynn St. James driver development program?
I am one of her drivers this year.
Are you really? So how does it feel to work with Lynn St. James?
It was actually rather intimidating at first because, I mean, she's, this amazing woman. She's done so much in the sport, and I was so lucky that she picked me to be part of her program, and I'm very excited that I'm here.
Lynn St. James. I mean, this program she does for us is incredible. I mean, the stuff she teaches us, you can't find it anywhere else. It's really a great program.
That's a year-long commitment to that program. So is it pretty grueling, or is it so much fun that it makes it a little easy?
I think it's fun because, I mean, you're working, but at the same time you're doing what you love, so it's really not as harsh as it may seem.
Probably be around here. I'd like to make my way up to the Infinity Pro Series and hopefully eventually onto the IndyCars, or wherever opportunity arises. Right now I'm running with the Midwest All-Star Series, and I'd like to run the entire full All-Star Series in the next couple years.
I actually started racing bicycles, so if you want to count that, I was 8, and then my first time ever behind the wheel of a stock car was when I was 12.
So how do you switch from 2 wheels to 4?
Thanks to my little brother, actually. We were way too competitive to be in the same sport, so my parents decided to put him in a quarter midget car and leave me in the bikes. But there was no way my little brother was going to go faster than me in anything. So I moved over to the quarter midgets and got bored with that. I went right into stock car at 12 on the dirt track, and as they say, I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah, it's a nonprofit organization, and it's called the PMS Foundation, and it stands for Pody, Mossi, and Smutney. We based it around all females, since females go through PMS. We're doing a website, and our website will be, it should be out probably in the next month or two. We're going to do every 28 days a blog and introduce new drivers. Next year I'll debut a 10-girl junior race team. All my funds will go to the Special Olympics and the St. Jude's Foundation.
Wonderful. So I had heard that you have a handicapped driver now, as one-arm driver?
Yes.
And you got a special design car?
Yeah, so what she does is she has a handbrake because she can't drive with both hands. So she has a handbrake, and she also does have a foot brake. So like in professional racing, they have U.S. Army cars, and they allow the U.S. Army troopmen to come out onto the track. Well, I'm going to allow the Special Olympian children to come out to a junior race and be on track with the kids.
Well, actually, the top level of IndyCar runs on 100% ethanol, and we're hoping in the Indy Light cars we'll get to make the move to biofuels next year. We're not on biofuels just yet. But I do a lot of environmental work. My degree's in biology, so before I started racing, I was a scientist, and every race that I run, I purchase an acre of rainforest to offset my carbon footprint. And actually been to Capitol Hill twice this year to speak to members of Congress on behalf of the Climate Security Act. So pretty active in the environmental community as well as the racing.
At the age of 13, I was chosen for the Ford Racing Development Program, and I've been racing USAC midgets for, this is my 4th season now. And we race in Indiana. I raced the Indiana Regional Series here. And actually yesterday I just won my 6th feature, which put me as the winningest female in USAC.
Congratulations.
History. Thanks.
So what's your goal? What are you going to do now?
Right now I have a 5-year contract with Ford that does end in NASCAR. I'm supposed to do another year of national midgets and then hopefully get some testing in a Busch or truck car and hopefully go from there.
Yeah, we actually was granted with the from Project Podium, and very thankful for that. We're going to try to finish the season with that and hopefully win the championship, but we definitely need all the help we can get.
Yeah, Project Podium's been a great thing for young race car drivers. So have you gone through the driving programs with Lynn St. James?
Yeah, I went in 2005, a long time ago, huh? But it's great. Lynn does a great job at helping female drivers, any drivers especially, but especially female drivers, and she's a great person to have.
We're there for about 4 or 5 days, just like driving and learning about media and marketing. But yeah, I mean, I've learned
several phases that you go through in a year.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I said, the marketing, they take you through interviews and a bunch of stuff, and it's great.
Well, I'm looking into Craftsman Truck Series. My ultimate goal is to be the first female to win Sprint Cup Series. And it's just, I hope to one day get that. And
that's a great goal.
Yeah, yeah.
So, well, we wish you lots of luck. It looks like it's about ready to start. So thanks for taking the time.